Good afternoon. A very warm welcome whether you're either here in church or whether you're online. If you are here in church looking around, please continue your visit. This is one of our regular 1 o'clock events, or sometimes a bit later if there are technical difficulties as today. And each Wednesday we have a short thought or reflection. My name's Catherine Waddams and I'm one of the lay ministers here. You may have noticed that the General Synod, which makes many of the rules which govern the Church of England, is meeting this week. The national headlines feature two aspects, neither of which gives the Church a particularly good press. Safeguarding, debated yesterday, and sexuality on the agenda for tomorrow. But I want to talk today about a third S, sanctuary. Norwich is a city of sanctuary. I'd like to quote their website to tell you what they're about. They are part of a national movement building a culture of welcome for people who are seeking sanctuary, many of whom have lost their homes, fled persecution, and now seek safety here. Norwich has a long history of being a place of sanctuary to those seeking it. We want to celebrate, the City of Sanctuary says, the contribution refugees make and to continue to extend a hand of welcome to those arriving today. An amazing network of charities support refugees and asylum seekers in Norwich. The City of Sanctuary works with them and encourages sectors from across the city to get involved with their movement by applying for the Sanctuary Awards. Over 35 organisations have gained our accreditation, they say. Well, one of those organisations is this church. George Allen, who was with us on ministry experience until last year, steered this through, and we, quote, qualified last summer. Since we're part of the City of Sanctuary network, I went along to their annual celebrations last night and was very surprised to discover that our certificate was to be awarded in a ceremony. And it was. Here it is. We were one of 4 local churches receiving certificates, including the cathedral, St Matthew, Thorpe Hamlet, and the Chapelfield Road Methodist Church. The certificate recognises our, and if I read it from the certificate, our work and ongoing commitment to the City of Sanctuary vision of being a welcoming place of safety for all, and proud to offer sanctuary to people fleeing violence and persecution. It's great to have our warm welcome to all and our support for refugees recognised in this way, but also to be good to be challenged on our ongoing commitment. What does it really mean in practice for us to be a recognised church of sanctuary? What does it mean to us as a church community? What does it mean to others, especially those who may be looking for just such a haven? At the moment, we have 2 outreach projects. First, setting up, together with St Stephen's, a centre which provides help, practical and supportive, for people with money problems, offered freely and openly to anyone in need. And second, a large art installation, which will be here in the choir area of the church during July and August, an installation by renowned artist Peter Walker. It's called Hidden, and we won't know until then exactly what it consists of. But we do know that it will invite people to reflect on their own stories, especially people whose stories are usually hidden, including children and people fleeing persecution. So we're working with schools and groups who work with refugees. Wouldn't it be great to attract Norwich people who wouldn't usually visit this church, who would feel that that sort of thing and this sort of place isn't for them? Both of these projects are ways we can demonstrate our welcome as a place of safety for those struggling with finances and who would benefit from an opportunity to tell their own story and feel valued. Meanwhile, we celebrate the award and the welcome we already provide to such a range of people who visit deliberately or by chance from all over the world. To be mindful to keep everybody in need in our local community and beyond in our prayers. And the encouragement for us to make our welcome obvious. Our building can seem like a pretty forbidding or alien place for those who aren't familiar with churches or ancient buildings, and to continue to reach out to everyone in need. As part of the Sanctuary Network, we're also invited to support the political, with a small p, work of helping people fleeing violence and persecution, to join our voices with others in the debate around immigration and asylum. These are difficult questions without obvious or easy answers. As Bishop Buddy, Bishop of Washington, said in her sermon after the US presidential inauguration, "Now, to be fair, we don't always know where the truth lies, and there is a lot working against the truth now, staggeringly so. But when we do know what is true, it's incumbent upon us to speak the truth, even when, and especially when, it costs us." At this time of difficult headlines for the Church of England, Bishop Buddy's sermon made me proud to be part of the Anglican Communion and challenges us to be as brave as she was in speaking the truth to power, in our own circumstances, probably not directly to the President of the United States. At this time of difficult news and threats, both environmental and political, across the world, yesterday evening's Norwich City Sanctuary party was a really joyful celebration of the welcome that has been given to many refugees in this city through a whole variety of organisations. It's so good to be part of that network, to be able to use the gifts of this building and our church organisations to join in Jesus' own ambition that everyone should experience life, life in all its fullness. Thank you for listening, and every blessing for the rest of your own day.